Cheshire Police Force discriminating. Let's have a look. Hello everyone and welcome to this episode of Heiser Says. I want to talk about this article that just appeared in the Daily Mail the other day about a young gentleman who applied to become an officer in the Cheshire Police Force in the United Kingdom and was denied, so he took action. Now this is very relevant because in Queensland we have 50-50 quotas of male and female for our academy. So women are being selected over men to meet this quota. And I'll just jump here. Here's from the Union magazine from last year, where they're talking about the females in police, 50-50 recruitment, and just how there's examples of, women-only courses in leadership, FYC buddy programs for women officers only, positions advertised for women only here in Australia. So this is relevant what's happened in the UK. So, too white to be a copper. Graduate 25 who wanted to follow his detective father's footsteps was turned down by police because he isn't disabled, gay or black. Okay, now hopefully I haven't read the article. Hopefully this is hyperbolic. They're amping it up to get clicks. Hopefully. You can't be too sure these days anymore. This is the type of stuff you used to expect to read in The Onion. And his dad is a cop. So, you'd think they'd want someone who's got a family lineage in the force, because then he's got no fantasies of what he's getting into. So Matthew Furlong applied for his dream job as a constable in the police force. Interview panel said he was refreshingly well prepared, but he was rejected. He lodged a discrimination complaint against the Cheshire Police and won. So he won a discrimination complaint. Acting Chief Constable Jeanette McCormick wanted positive action and diversity. Okay, so that's code for discriminating against this young guy, white men. So, we can't have him there. He looks evil. I just look up footage on YouTube for female police officers, and you'll see tons of examples of where they're overpowered. I had a discussion 2 days ago at a family party. I met a police officer who'd left the force here in Queensland, and he was in charge of some of the stations and logistics, managing the personnel. And he'd have female officers come up to him going, "I don't want to work with this other female anymore. I don't feel safe." And he's saying, "What can I do? If I stick you with a man, I'll be done for discrimination." But that's the problem. That's the environment that we have now. We've got quotas put in place for political reasons, so HR reps can look good, and we're not getting our money's worth as citizens. We're robbed of all our taxes to pay for this stuff, and we're getting cheaper than what we're paying for. If there's anything else, you take them to the ACCC. Maybe we should. Anyway, end of my rant and back to the article. The son of a police chief who tried to join his father's force was rejected for being a white heterosexual male without disability. Matthew Furlong, 25, had applied for his dream job as a constable with Cheshire Police, where his father, Liam, 52, is a detective inspector. He performed well in tests and at interview, but the force was so desperate for more recruits with ethnic minorities or who were gay or transgender that it refused to hire him. Why should your sexual orientation have any effect for your role in any job? Just adding my 2 cents there. Why should that have any actual implication on your job? Unless you're working as a gay prostitute or as a heterosexual prostitute, your sexual orientation, who you like to have sex with, should be irrelevant. It shouldn't even be asked. Or am I just too, my 1980s mentality there? Mr. Furlong, who had a degree in particle physics from Lancaster University, lodged a discrimination claim against Cheshire Police under equality legislation and won. So he's a physicist. It is believed to be the first successful claim of a case of its kind. In a ruling last week, a judge criticized the force for treating candidates with protected characteristics, including those who were gay, transgender, disabled, black, or from other ethnic minorities more favorably than Mr. Furlong, who was a white heterosexual male without disability. Mr. Furlong of Frodsham, Cheshire, declined to comment, but his father said, "I've tried not to get involved. It's such a political hot potato." Well, yes, you'd have to feel sorry for his dad, wouldn't you? You really would. The chief constable is big on diversity, which is quite right. Notice how he had to add that in there. It's not right, mate. It's okay. It's okay. It's not right. Diversity for diversity's sake is not right. We're in civilizations that have been built on merit. And it's not right. I'm going to cross that out. Sorry, I got to add my comment there. Go on. But it has to be applied within the letter of the law, and they didn't do that. Well, of course, they're never going to do that. It's all just identity politics, and it's not right. Just so you know my stance. The case came as the leader of Britain's police force called yesterday for radical laws to allow police to positively discriminate in favour of ethnic minority candidates. Let's just think about all the things that are happening in the UK, all the reports we're hearing of knife attacks in London, of acid attacks, of old ladies getting arrested because they're critical of Muslims illegally praying at Speaker's Corner, of Count Dankula getting done for teaching his dog a joke. Okay? And now they want to discriminate. So if you're a white man, get out of the UK. That's what they're saying. They don't want you. Sarah Thornton, chairman of the National Police Chiefs Council, said unless changes were made, the rank and file would remain overwhelmingly white for decades to come. I wonder why. Maybe that's because your population is overwhelmingly white. Maybe that's because you're Britain, England, you're a United Kingdom. That's where you people are from. Mr. Furlong's employment tribunal in Liverpool was told that in 2015, chief officers at Chester Police launched an action plan to recruit more black, Asian and female officers. This followed a government review which revealed the force had no black officers, God forbid, had just 5 from Asian backgrounds and 4 of mixed race compared to more than 1,400 white officers. Who cares? Am I the only one that thinks that this data shouldn't even be captured anymore with regards to this? They'll publish this. They'll publish the race of the officers, but then they won't publish the race of the criminals. The force started holding recruitment and advertising days at pride events, faith centres and Sikh temples. It also appointed a lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgender positive action advisor. What a bullshit waste of money that would be, to drive recruitment on social media. Oh, wow. Guys, that's your tax dollars in the UK right there. The force's then acting chief constable, Jeanette McCormick, who now works at the College of Policing, believed passionately about positive action and a diverse police force, the tribunal was told. Why? Can someone let me know in the comments, other than identity politics and meeting arbitrary quotas, why people think that having a diversity of skin tones in your police force, or where people stick their genitalia, or where they prefer to, has any effect on their ability to act in a policing role. Maybe the fact that we have this lady here as the chief of the police making such terrible decisions in recruitment shows you that, maybe diversity is a bad thing. Maybe she shouldn't be in this role, judging by the fact that, based on her orders, essentially, the police forces are getting done for discriminating against people. They're breaking the law. Her orders are causing her own police force to break the law. Let's just think about that for a moment. Judge Claire Grundy noted, she is clearly a trailblazer who feels strongly that the force requires some significant change. Although officer numbers from minority groups rose by 2017, the plan was having only a small effect. Mr. Furlong was among 675 candidates who applied to join the Cheshire Police in September 2017 and was shortlisted a month later. He passed challenging tests and was invited for an interview along with 182 others in November. Although the interview went well, with an inspector on the panel telling Mr. Furlong he had been refreshingly well prepared, he was rejected 6 days later. He was among 35 male non-disabled candidates who were unsuccessful. All black candidates were offered roles. Wow. So I'm wondering if this means that disabled male... How can you have disabled police officers? Can someone let me know that, please? Maybe that would be an administrative duty, a back-of-house role, I guess. You couldn't be out in the field. And I've got disabled friends, and they'll tell you they couldn't be out in the field. In feedback, Mr. Furlong was told that there were not enough vacancies for all the 127 candidates who had passed the interview stage. But Judge Grundy found the force had set the interview pass threshold artificially low, and candidates were awarded a simple pass or fail, which meant substantial numbers were deemed equal, when in reality some were much better than others. Well, guys, you've got a Soviet-style, everyone's equal civilization happening here now. Well, no, everyone isn't equal. Everyone isn't equal. Those that meet the identity boxes that they want to achieve are more equal than others. Time to read Animal Farm again. I think it's been a while. The force did this so they could appoint officers from minority groups ahead of the best scoring people, the judge said. She concluded that Mr. Furlong, who now works as an analyst for an energy company, would have been offered a position had the force not applied positive action. And so he had been discriminated against. So they broke the law. The police broke the law. His lawyer, Jennifer Ansko, said he was denied his dream job simply for being a white heterosexual male. She added, positive action must be applied lawfully to ensure the highest caliber of candidates are recruited regardless of race, gender, or sexual orientation. Why do you even need positive action? Positive action should not be allowed. This is why you have anti-discrimination legislation. This is no different than denying someone a role based on their skin color or their sexual orientation. This is the exact opposite. Well, no, this is that. You're denying him this role based on his skin color. Why? His sexual orientation. He isn't gay. He's not disabled. That's why they're denying him the role. The force may be ordered to pay Mr. Furlong damages as at a remedy hearing set for a later date. Cheshire Police said it would review the findings. Oh, I bet they will. I bet they will. So, guys, what do you think about this? You know, this lady is causing her own police force to break the law and to discriminate against suitable candidates. And now they're losing, you know, a great young guy who would have been an asset to the force. You think this is going to happen here in Queensland? The more people I'm talking to, the more they're telling me it is. You know, more people are leaving the force. So we're going to get lower quality candidates coming in. It's that simple. Just to meet these arbitrary quotas. We need to let our politicians know that we don't want to have this type of rubbish. We don't want this identity politics crap creeping into our society. Normal people don't want it. It's frustrating. It really is. Guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Ding the bell to see my daily updates. And I will see you all again tomorrow. Take care. Have a nice day.